Waiting to see if we see anybody out here. Dun 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 dun. Dun. All right, can everybody can see me now? This from this screen over here. All right, guys. I'm gonna start from the top. I'll let everybody get in here, man. I think this is a sign from God because I don't need to use that restream service anyway. I can go live directly from Ecamm, to be honest, and I've been doing it ass backwards, going from Ecamm into Restream and then going out. And I don't know what's going on with Restream. I thought I got all this shit fixed last week, but now it's doing the same bullshit. So I'm just gonna start X-naying Restream and just not use it. So that is gonna be Dunzo from now on. So my apologies, fellow. I had a good sponsor reads and everything, man. I knew something was up when I didn't see anybody commenting. So I didn't know what the hell was going on. You saw all the ads? All right, well, sadly I got to do it again because I need it in the recording for when the audio goes out. So I'm going to fucking listen to it again, all right? Double ads. Double ads, my friends, double ads. Let's well, the fun stuff of podcasting, all the bullshit in the background. So, all right. Hopefully, I do it again. We'll try to make this a little quicker. I'll try not to be so in depth as last time, but I'm not gonna worry about the intro. So I'm just gonna play the I mean, like the countdown. So I'm just gonna play the intro and then we're gonna rock and roll. Thank you, fellas. Bear with me. Like a fucking rookie. I've only been podcasting for 10 fucking years. What is up, everybody? You know, I always start this show off by showing love to those companies that help make this podcast possible. Guys, my longest sponsor since day one is my friends over at Yellow Jacket. You guys always know, man, I don't ever tell you what to buy. I've never done that. If I won't say something about it for free, I won't say something about it paid. But what I love about Yellow Jacket is all of their tools are made right here in the United States of America. There was only one product that was not made in the US of A. That was one of their recovery machines, which is now made in the United States of America. And they did that before it was cool. I get a lot of companies are trying to do it now because of the tariffs and different things going on with the government. But Yellow Jacket has been doing that. And I understand they don't always make the flashiest products. And I get it. Sometimes we want the flash, we want all that kind of stuff. But I do think they make quality tools and they are trying to get better. I love that they listen to me. They listen to you. You know, prime example, if you look up on the screen, their Titan Max digital manifold. If you see it has the analog little things up on the top. I personally don't like that. I like the digital number. Well, I wish that I could save that. Once I click on it, when I shut that manifold off and I turn it back on, I want it to still be that way. I've said something to them and now they are issuing, an update to be able to make that. Like they listen to what you have to say, not to mention that thing is built like a tank. I have beat the shit out of it. I do it on purpose because I want it to last. Yes, we want these things to be fancy and have all this stuff, but then we need the tool to do the job it's intended to do when we need it to do it. And I have used every brand that is out there. And I'll say this, the only brand that I have not had one of their manifolds is Navac. Only one. Other than that, I've used every single brand. I have them. I've used them. And let's be honest, they all have issues. Nobody's, susceptible to not having an issue. But I love that I can be a part of helping what has been like the history for me. I remember buying Yellow Jacket with my dad when I first got into the trade. Back then, Yellow Jacket was the king dingaling. And there's so many different companies out here now. I get it. They're trying to get their piece of the pie back. And I could work with a lot of different brands if I want to. And not saying that I wouldn't. There's a lot of amazing brands out there. I do not mean this to be negative of anybody else. But what I just said, I love it that they listen to you and they try to get better. I said this before, Mr. Jason Johnson, who's in the chat. First time he ever met, he's at the Yellow Jacket booth at AHR last year. He's talking to Eric, the director of engineering for Yellow Jacket, and he's telling him about products and how he would like things. And Eric was taking notes. I have never had that happen at any other manufacturer where they gave enough about what I had to say that they were taking notes. Not me. Yes, I'm sponsored by them. No, Jason Johnson. He had just met these people. Yes, they knew he was a friend of mine, but they were taking notes. You can meet the director of engineering and he listens to you. Mr. Gary, the vice president of marketing, has a conversation and talks to you, wants to get to know. They care about what you have to say. And that means the world to me. That is why I represent Yellow Jacket, and I always will, because of the relationship and the product they put out. And I think that we're going to get them to be back up, start getting their market share back. And that is why I love Yellow Jacket. All right. So, with that being said, man, like I said, go to your local supply houses. If you're trying to spend some of that hard earned money before we go into heating season, finishing AC season, and you're looking to spend some of that money, check out my friends at Yellow Jacket. If not, hey, man, it's your money. You buy what you want. Just give them a try. I always say buy local. If not, go over to my friends at True Tech Tools. They sell Yellow Jacket products as well. Um, and then use the discount code uncensored and you can save 6% on your order. Please, I do want to say this, when you're at the supply house and you're comparing maybe this manifold to another brand, make sure that you are comparing apples to apples. I've seen it too many times when I've gotten emails where people are like, "Oh, this brand was 700 bucks, but the Yellow Jacket was 1200." Guys, they're not giving you apples to apples. They sell this five different ways. So please make sure if you're doing just a manifold and just a manifold, you're getting the correct pricing. If you need help with that, please email me, info at hvacuncensored.com or hvacuncensored at gmail.com. All right. Remember, 75 years of expertise built into every tool. Next. Guys, next is the newest sponsor of HVAC Uncensored Podcast, Mr. Tom Jackson, who's been a good friend of the program for years now. He's been an amazing man. I've done business with him. Some of the people in here do business with them, and Mr. Tom is just a stand-up guy. They do all kind of things. I'm not going to get into everything, but the biggest thing that I want to talk to you guys tonight is about the Air Link program. Guys, we've all known about indoor air quality and how you need to take care of that in the industry because we were insiders. Now the masses know about it because of COVID. They know that there's things out there that can help kill viruses, germs, and clean the air. So more people are asking about these things. What happens with most businesses is you offer it because it's expensive. Some people don't bite initially because some of these things aren't cheap, especially if you're putting in quality products. So you get that sale, it's done, and then you don't ever hear back from them again. With this product is going to be logoed with your company logo. It's going to have a QR code that customer can scan. It's going to go to a website that is for free. Jackson System does this completely for free for you, where they can buy these products where we set the price. The customer, hey, we're giving you direct access to our supplier. Even though we are setting the price, they're going to buy their replacement bulb, humidifier pads, filters, whatever it may be. We automatically get a link saying, hey, your customer purchased something. One of our CSRs can now call that customer and say, hey, Mrs. Smith, we saw you just bought a replacement bulb for your Remy Halo. You just bought some filters, etc. Would you like us to come out and install those for you? Why, yes, I would love for you to come out and do that. It's branding. It's going to keep you, Tom, top of mind with the customer, which is one of the biggest things when it comes to branding nowadays. Even if you have a service contract with a customer, a membership, whatever you want to call it, they don't always remember that you are their provider. That's why stickers and things like that are so important. So, stuff like this, making it easy and bringing yourself into the digital age where they can just take a picture of that QR code, go directly to your website where they can then click on your store, buy all these products. It makes it easy, guys. It's a step up. Set yourself apart from all the other businesses in your area. Not to mention, it's traffic to your website. All right. And then say, and I'm just making this up, say you buy an air cleaner for 500 bucks and you sell it on your website for 750. At the end of the month, if you sell 1,000 of those, Jackson Systems is going to send you a check for the difference. Your store is going to make you money. It's a silent revenue earner that's sitting out there giving these options to your customers, and you don't have to do anything. You don't have to waste money stocking these products on the shelves, letting them get dirty, sit on guys' vans, and by the time they go to install them, they're broken. It actually does pay off. It's an amazing idea, and it's absolutely free. Oh, I don't know if I just said this. It's fucking free. All right, guys, it's free. So, anybody out there, you're a manager, a business owner, please go check out my friends over at Jackson Systems. I'm sorry for using the F word and ad, but I got excited because I think this is absolutely awesome. We are currently using it. We're just in the beginning steps, but already customers are giving us rave reviews. So, I can't wait to see where this goes. All right. Go check out my friends over at Jackson Systems. Get going, offer this service to your customers, and take the workload off of you. All right. With that being said, thank you to all the sponsors to help make this show possible. My friends at Yellow Jacket Tonight, Jackson Systems and Supply, Company Cam, True Tech Tools, and many others. Thank you guys so much for making this show possible. On to the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. God bless the United States, and thank you to all those men and women who defend it.
Welcome to the #1 rated HVAC podcast. If you're looking to grow in the HVAC industry, then you're in the right spot. Blue collar people talking about blue collar shit. Let's get better together. So turn up the volume, buckle your seatbelt, and let's welcome your host, Gil KV Jr.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the HVAC Uncensored Podcast. I am your host, Gil KV Jr. Here we are, another Wednesday, another hump day, and another amazing show for you. Thank you guys for doing this for the second time. Uh, Not using that shit anymore. I'm no longer using that app. Don't need to. I should have stopped using it a long time ago, but it is what it is. Thank you guys for all being here. Ryan, I wish I did say that. It's actually a true story. So the part about the tech with the cleanest air in the state, that was on the first take, but that is actually true. You keep these uh Remy Halos and these different things on these, you give them to technicians, let them keep them on their van, and then when they go to install one, they're like, "Oh man, it broke. I don't know what happened to it." And this technician's got the cleanest fucking air in the state because he's got every device known to man installed on his home or his buddy's house. So let's not do that and just use Jackson Systems. But what is up, everybody? Thank you, gentlemen, for being here. I really appreciate all of you. Mr. Freon Leon, what is up, my brother? Mr. Ryan F, hello, hello. Mr. Jason Johnson, what is up, my man? Modern Comfort, it's what's up, what's up? Mr. Froggy, Dick Tobin, what's up, man? Thank you for being here from Canada. Nice. Canada. I live in Molson, eh? It's like, have a lot of Canadian brethren up there, so thank you for being here. Let's see. Mr. HVACR Videos, the king himself. What is up, Chris? Thank you for being here, brother. Mr. Zeke, what is up, buddy? Mr. Adrian, Reliable HVACR, what is up, brother? Yeah, having some technical difficulties. Finally getting back after it after the move, and nothing but fucking problems. Um, let's see. Did I miss anybody? I think I got everybody. Where's Sammy at tonight, man? Oh, Rookie. What is up, Rookie? I see you at the bottom. Coming in late, you son of a bitch. Jesus, where have you been? Um, anyway, what is up, everybody? I hope you guys are having an amazing week so far. Got a topic that I want to get into tonight. I've been having conversations, like I said before, where it's where I'm getting a lot of these topics from. Topics can't fucking talk. Um, I said rookie at the bottom. I went down in red. Jesus. Yeah, I don't know what happened, rookie. I don't know if you heard me say it before, which I was an idiot. I would always use the software Ecamm and then go into Restream, and Restream would put it out. But Ecamm can do all that. So I don't know. So I'm just gonna do it all. Like right now, I'm just using Ecamm. I'm just gonna keep doing that, and I've been dethroned. I'm not a king, just a stressed out dad. Uh, nah, bullshit, man. I appreciate you being here, brother. I really do. Chris, you gonna be at AHR this year as always? I mean, I know you're normally there, especially it's a work thing for you. Anybody else gonna be at AHR this year besides Rookie? I know he'll be there. He's always my date. We spoon. Sometimes I'm the big spoon, sometimes I'm the little spoon. Shit, hold on. You guys wait 1 second. I have a drink over there and I'm gonna grab it. And I'm wearing pants. Can't see, but I'm wearing pants. Ah. I was over there searching for a drink that's sitting right fucking next to me. Go ahead. You guys are gonna joke, and one time I'm gonna get up and my fucking twig and berries are gonna be hanging out, and you guys can't say shit because you asked for it. Not really, but you did. Man, I don't drink a lot of soda, but uh, yeah, Vegas is a good. They're all fun to be honest, man. I tell people, I get it. Like people like me and Chris and some others. We, what the hell? Streaming error. All right, what the hell happened there? Um, we go because of the podcast and it's a business, so we have to be there and work. But I understand that if everybody doesn't go to every single one, but if you can at least experience it one time, I do think it's worth going. It's a very cool experience. Um, that's what I think. So, Jason Johnson, oh shit, your first time was last year, man. Would you recommend it to other people? Atlanta. Yeah, me and Rookie, which was my fault. We were walking to, matter of fact, we were walking to meet Mr. Chris at the Sporland dinner, and we were walking in the wrong direction. And I'm like, how is the time going up? And kept going like this. And then I turned around and was like, oh, we're supposed to be going that way. And yeah, that sucked. Yeah, so AHR is definitely something cool for everybody to go, especially if you've never been there. Go to the one that's closest to your wherever you live. So obviously it's Vegas, then it's going to be Atlanta, then Chicago, and then Orlando. So that's the four cities it's in. I don't know. I haven't heard of them adding a new city, but we'll see. Yeah, I have to agree. Atlanta can't handle the crowds. It sucked. Trying to get to a restaurant was horrible. Chicago was fun. It was just cold as fuck. Especially the first night, that Sunday, the day of the tactical awards, was freezing my nuts off. So Chicago is not next year, the year after. So that would be what, 2028? Are they really rookie? I'm surprised they don't do AHR in Texas, to be honest with you. Or they don't do it in like LA or something. New York. And I don't know if you yeah, I have to agree, Chris. Vegas and Orlando are my two favorites as well. Um, are you serious, rookie? Did you see that somewhere? Or are you speculating? Oh, yeah, pull up AHR. Huh. Now I'm kind of curious. I want to see that. So now they dropped. Let's see. Let me see if I can put it up on the screen and we can all look at it. That would make sense, even though Atlanta's sentimental to me because that's where I won. That was 2023, and that's where I won HVAC Podcast of the Year. But fuck Atlanta. AHR. Let's see. Let me share the screen again. Ah, accept the cookies. I need the cookies. I don't think this is where I need to be though. Um, yeah, no, it's cool. I'm just gonna. I don't care that much to be searching for it. Um, yeah, no, that's cool. It definitely costs money, and I am fortunate enough because of the podcast, I've been able to go. I do love AHR. A lot of guys go to a bunch of these other events, and I get invited to a lot of them. And to be honest, I want to go and I should go. Like I've been to Service World. Um, what's some of the other ones I've been to? But I'll be honest, AHR is the most fun. It's the biggest one. It's the most people. Um, and AHR is for technicians. You know what I mean? Like that's what it's for. Service World is more for like business owners, you know, sales technique, stuff like that. So I don't know. I always make sure that I go to AHR. The other ones I get to when I can. I would like to do them, but I won't miss AHR. That's just won't miss that one. Huh. Yeah. All right. Now I believe it because, Chris said that he confirmed it because I got to make sure somebody fact checks rookie. Nah, I'm just kidding. That would be cool though. Like I said, Chicago was a blast. It was just cold as hell. But let's see, rookie's text. Yeah, I'll be damned. Yeah. Las Vegas, Chicago, Orlando, Chicago. So, rookie. So, it has been confirmed. Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, you definitely should, Ryan. You can it's an awesome experience, especially you get to hang out with all of us. You know what I mean? There's parties every night, you know. Normally there's amazing food. All these manufacturers throw parties and normally they don't care who comes. And especially as influencers, we get invited to them anyway because they want us to be there because normally we're making content and all that kind of shit. But um yeah, Chicago was a blast. Definitely had a good time. Looking forward for Vegas though. Looking forward to that. Guys, I will say this, man. I don't want to push it. So, a topic that I want to get into tonight, and I'm the fact that we have a good amount of people in here, I would really love to see your thought or hear, yeah, see your thoughts. I can't hear your thoughts because it's on screen about this topic. I'll give you my little spiel. You guys give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, middle finger, whatever you want to do. You don't have to agree with me. But it is why is that having morals is such a problem nowadays? I get it. We have always had people that are going to be scumbags and do things and be crud balls and think about their wallet and not take care of their customers. But I've always believed that there is more of us doing things right than doing things wrong. But I won't lie, man. I'm starting to wonder here lately if guys like us and some of my friends in here that I know how they do business, if we're starting to be the minority, man, because in my area, we're still booming. We're still busy. We have plenty of work to do. My installers are busy. I'm hiring right now where a lot of companies in my area are guys haven't worked in a month, which is extremely surprising. But I'm just listening to all these stories from these people, and I'm hearing even stuff that like more things. Like sometimes you hear the same old song and dance. They pay me commission. I have to sell to make money. Like the things we already know. But now some of these stories about like they're told to like they're intentionally breaking systems or they're told to leave systems not working if the person can't buy a new one. Like, and then some of these technicians, like they're okay with it. I heard one say, and he was like, well, I got to get mine. And I don't know, man. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm perfect. Nobody is, but that's fucking disgusting to me. This trade has always been good to me, man. I've always been able to make money, and I've never had to lie, cheat, or steal to anybody. And I'm just worried that I feel like this younger generation of techs, although there are some very, very amazing ones. So I don't want to, claim a whole generation of people with the statement. That's not my intentions. But I do feel like some of the younger generation is easier to taint, if that makes sense. Kids raising kids. Amen to that. I definitely think it's a lot to do with the societal views and how society is. Um, it's also not having two parents in a household. And no offense to anybody that was raised by a single parent, a single mother, a single dad. I mean, hell, I'm doing that now. But um, I think that's why you have a mom and it's why you have a dad. And although some of these single parents do an amazing job trying to be both, they really, really do. And hats off to them. But there's a reason that when, God created us, there was a man and a woman. These children need both. There's things a mother can do that a father can't. There's things a father can't that a mother can. Uh, Mother can that a father can't. Whatever, you know what the fuck I mean. Um, but I think that has part of it as well. I think that the thought process of the generation thinking that, everybody wants to be a YouTube star. You know what I mean? Like not everybody can be HVACR videos. You know what I mean? Um, but it's it's crazy. And I think that that mentality is infecting our trade, man. And as people who want to be leaders in our industry, like, yeah, I talk on a podcast, but I live it and you guys should live it too. If you see that kind of shit at your company, where you work, that you own, that you manage, whatever it is, be a leader. Go against that shit. It's bullshit. Don't do that. Um, I've always said this, and I've ran multi-million dollar businesses. And whenever I've worried about making money, it's always been a hard time doing it. Whenever I've worried about just exceptional customer service and just taking care of people, it's funny how money always found me. And nobody will ever prove me wrong. And I get it. There's guys out there that are gurus that have done hundreds of million, way more money than I can ever imagine. I'm not sitting here saying that I'm an expert, but this trade has been good to me and I can sleep at night. That's what I'm trying to say. And please, this channel is for people that are in the trade. You're more than welcome to watch, but please don't come in and ask how to fix your HVAC system because nobody's going to help you. So, yeah, private equity's killing the industry. And see, I've tried to understand both sides of the private equity. Not well, let me say this: not even private equity, but like business owners selling. I used to be against it. I used to be like, man, these crooked fucking owners, they're selling it. They're fucking the people that work for them because I thought like a technician. And even though I still do think like a tech, because I'm always a tech at heart, even though that I am, a general manager and part owner of a company, I I feel for those people that, say they start a company and they put 20 years in it. And, you know, prime example, Zeke in here, man. Zeke's been busting his ass, took over his dad's company, and Zeke's daughters don't want the company. You know what I mean? So, and I'm using you as an example, Zeke. Sorry, buddy. Hope you're okay with this, but you know what I mean? And maybe I shouldn't have used Zeke as an example, but let's just say in 5 years, Zeke wants to sell his company. That's his right to do that. You know what I mean? Like, yes, you have a certain obligation to take care of your employees, but at the same time, he's busted his ass for 20 something years. He doesn't have anybody to, leave the company to or whatever it is. And maybe he does. Like I said, I just used his name as an example, and maybe that was a bad idea. Tom, um, a random person doesn't have anybody to leave it to. So they sell the company to reap the rewards on all the hard work they've put in over the years. I do understand that. I do. Um, so I see both sides of that. I really, really do. There's some people that literally start the business just to try to build it up to a certain point to be able to sell it. Not sure if I believe in that necessarily, but you know, because I do worry about these employees that, you know, they give 20 years to a company. You know what I mean? And like they're in their mid 40s and now the company gets sold and normally the new owners come in and take care of those people because the people are the assets. You know what I mean? Not just the customer base, the people are the assets. So normally they take care of them. But what if they don't? Now that person, it's like, man, fuck. I've given 20 plus years of my life to a company and what do I do now? So I always just try to think about it from both ways. So when it comes to the private equity stuff, um, and normally all the private equity stuff is it's all money, money, money. They try to turn you in one of the big boys. The guys make commission or some bullshit pay structure. It's sell, 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 sell. And I don't know. Exactly, Zeke. I wasn't gonna say that, but you said it. So you put it on the interweb. Um, just kidding. Yes, exactly. Kenny's been with you for 20 something years, man. Um, but yeah, back to the mindset. I don't know. I just think it's disgusting, man. And we've said this 100 times on the show, even when you look at those national shows where the people are doing the hidden technicians and the tech comes in and breaks it and people come in and lie. Dude, when they do that, it'll be like four of them. And the one time it was 4 out of 4 fucking lied. The next time they did it, it was 1 out of 4. One was honest, the other three lied. And then we wonder why, when we go in people's homes, people treat us the way they do. Well, that's the fucking image we have. You know what I mean? And then all these big boys, if you have a heartbeat and a pulse, they're going to give you a van and an iPad and be like, go out there and sell some shit, hoss. So now it makes it harder and harder trying to be one of the good guys. But as far as I'm concerned, I will always be one of those. I don't care how hard it gets. No matter what I have to do to gain the trust of that customer by being honest, that's what I will do. That's what anybody that does work for me will do. I tell guys, we do happy calls, we follow up, and if I ever find out they are dishonest, or they sold a customer something they don't need, I will only warn you once. The second time, you don't work for me anymore. And there's been sometimes, depending on how deliberate it was, there is no warning. I'll fire you on the fucking spot. I don't like liars and thieves. And that's both. Hey man, it's quality over quantity. Um, and that's why I really and you're absolutely right, Ryan. They shouldn't get the so it's depending on the situation and what's done, the severity of it. Um, so if it's something small and they're like, oh, they offered him a coil cleaning when it like wasn't really dirty, I'm probably not going to fire a guy over that. But I'm going to say something and say, hey, don't do that shit again. But if it's something like, oh, you got to replace your compressor and the compressor's not bad, you're fired. But sometimes per law, you have to give a warning for something, depending on what the severity of it is. So Zeke is right. You do have to give them a warning. A lot of times you have to give them a written warning. But depending on the severity of it, if it is pretty severe, like I said, if they say tell a customer a compressor's bad and it's not bad, something like that, I'm firing them. I don't give a fuck about a written warning. We can go to court. That's fine. I'm not worried about it. So yeah, screw all that. Um, Yeah, man, it just makes me worry for the future, and I feel like all of you out there, if you are one of those people that you are trying to do things right and you're trying to be honest and do good work and take care of your customers and actually give a shit, keep fighting, man. Don't fall into the crowd. Don't feel like you have to do the dishonest practice to be able to stay around because it's not true. It's not. Um, a lot of people call the big guys in the area, and not saying that all big guys are, because I know some family owned companies that have grown up that are bigger companies that do things right. Um, most of the big corporate ones, at least all the ones around here, they're all fucking crooks, every single one of them. Um, I don't want to get sued, so I'm not going to say their name on air, but all of them are crooks. I mean, like every single one of them. And the sad part is, we have an owner around here that it's not even a big conglomerate. Um, I know this guy personally, and I think his intentions were good. His company built up a little bit, and now his head got big. He's never at his company, and now there's a mass exodus. People are leaving his company. um, which sucks because I do think the guy means well. Um, I just think he got a little too big for his britches. He got a little too cocky. He let somebody else run his business, treating people like shit, lying to them, not taking care of them. Um, they were having it where they were telling people they could either get commissions or overtime. They couldn't have both. That's against the law. Yeah, so a lot of good people left. I actually got a few of them, to be honest with you. So Yep, those names are there. I'll let you write them. That's not the ones I'm talking about, not who I'm talking about. But yes, both of them. Our sales guy was the top sales guy at your second answer, Freon. Um, and he was their number one comfort specialist, but he wouldn't use their tactics. He had his own way of doing things and broke records. Like broke like the owner's record. And they got pissed at him because he wasn't doing it their way. And he's like, I don't understand. Like, I'm producing revenue. The customers love me. What's the problem? Like, I don't understand. And he ended up leaving and we got him. And he's amazing. He is a awesome, former army guy. He's an amazing dude. And he fucking kills it. He was feeding 3, 4 install teams this summer by himself. Customers give him 5-star reviews. He goes out there, he's very thorough, offers everything to the customers. So that's what I try to do. I want to pick and snag the top tier people, the one percenters. That's almost like a motorcycle club. I want to start having HVAC, the one percenters, but we're not. we're killers, but not in like that kind of way, if you know what I mean. To where those people have a place, and that's what I've always wanted to create it, man. I always wanted to create a company that I would want to work for. And when I go to work every morning and I sit in my office, and if it's like, if I wouldn't want to be a technician here, then something's wrong. And so far, every company that I've met, well, every company that I've been high level in, ownership, general management, like second in command, I can honestly say that I would have wanted to be a technician there. Um, and that means the world to me. Bro, hey, you come. I'll take care of you, dog. But I'll have to find some big stuff to work on for you though. I don't think these little Daikin heat pumps around here are gonna keep you happy, brother. Jay, you got to come on one time and talk about some of the training stuff that you build, bro. I know me and you did the mental health episode, which was awesome, but um yeah, I would love for you to come on and talk about some of the training stuff and in depth with what you do, man. That training stuff's really fucking cool. If you bill it, we can pay for it. It's always best when you're smarter than your boss. I don't have that. He said for $75 an hour, I'd be happy. No, you wouldn't. Money can't buy happiness, trust me. You'd be happy for a little bit, and then you'd be bored. Unless I paid you 75 bucks an hour to just hang out with me all day. He said, Jason. Yeah, well, why would he come do 55 when he can get 75 from me right now? I agree with you, Chris. Before I took this opportunity here, I was looking into those, man. A training gig. I love the training part. So that's one thing for the company I do. I'm gonna start recording some of them so I can put those videos out to see people. I love the training part because it makes me better. At the same time, I get to help other people, and I know that they're learning it the right way. So yeah, I do love that. I agree with you, Chris. That's awesome, Ryan. Your employer has training classes 2 Fridays a month. Let me ask you this: when they do training classes, is it during business hours? Is it after hours? Do you get paid to be at those trainings? He said, "Hell no to Houston." Thank you, Zeke. I appreciate that, brother. Yeah. Zeke gave me the opportunity to help train two of his young guys. That was absolutely awesome, man. Two amazing young guys that have a bright future in this trade, and they were killing it, man. They were receptive. They were taking everything that I taught them, and I was only with them for a short time. Oh, yes. So you do get paid and first thing in the morning. Nice. Yeah. So we do it 2 times a week. So I have a meeting with them every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 a.m. Every once in a while, I'll bring breakfast in and stuff like that. We have a big, it's surrounded in whiteboards and then TV mounted up. So I'm just now getting the TVs working. I like that because my iPad, I can throw things on the screen to try to use some, assets and material that I have to be able to use. And I tell people, a lot of you, if you do training, man, people don't realize that Craig Migliaccio, AC Service Tech, very, very good friend of mine. Love Craig, man. Sweet, one of the sweetest guys you'll ever meet. He has a lot of amazing training materials on his website. He has tests where you can go in there and test yourself or test your team. It's residential stuff, obviously, because that's where most of Craig's content comes from. But I use a lot of his stuff. Miss Jessica Egan, how are you, my lady? I'm trying to remember, Freon, do you manage a business or do you own your own business? And I know you've told me this before, brother, and I forget, so that's my fault. See some people come in. Jared, what's up, brother? Thank you for coming in, man. I see that you're in here. If anyone is able to go from the field to a tech side of the distribution or manufacturing side, do it. Hold on. If anyone is able to go from the field to the tech side. Hmm. Oh yeah, I forgot. That's what you do, Jared, right? Good to see you too, girl. Tell the hubby I said hello. Service manager. Okay, I knew you were I knew you were in like a management position. How many people do you have under you, Freon? Like how many people do you manage? He's the Gatorade getter guy. Water sucks. It really, really sucks. I bet, Jerry. I bet. I'm sorry for the people listening to this audio, trying to read some of these comments, but Jared says he set up here. If anyone is able to go from the field to the tech side of the distribution or manufacturing side, should do it. And this next comment said the training and technical information you get on the manufacturing side is next level. It's funny, man. Brett is a freakishly smart guy. And when you hang out with him, he's a riot. He is neurotic, he's goofy, funny as hell. You'll be pissing your pants laughing, but you, a lot of people don't realize how fucking smart that guy is, man. He is extremely, extremely smart. 16 techs. Nice, man. Let me ask you this. How hard is that? I mean, you know, how hard is that managing 16 techs? And how many do you think would be too many? Because something that I've done in the past, when you start to get too many, I'll give you my idea. Just make sure you give me my kickback when you tell me you love it. Yeah, he definitely is. He was telling me and Rookie a story outside of a restaurant about a one-legged Oriental prostitute sending him messages, and we thought he was joking. And he's like, "No, no, no, look!" And he shows us the fucking messages, and then he starts talking about something technical, and I'm just like, "What? Like, how do we go from a one-legged Oriental prostitute to talking about rack refrigeration or something?" It was crazy. Do you remember that, Rookie? I've been good, girl. Just moved. I'm in a new house, going through my divorce and stuff like that. But life's getting better. Life goes on. Excited for the future. So I'm good. Long answer to your question. How about you guys? How you been, girl? Well, I agree. And to be honest, I think 24 people for one is a little too much. No, I didn't. I'll have to check it out. Rookie. So what I've done in the past and I'm going to do here is you can do your numbers. So you stay the service manager or whatever it is, but then obviously people in your team, like when you get good techs, like lead guys, eventually you're only going to be able to pay them so much. And what I've always learned in management, I've always done the 3 C's. You have to challenge people, you have to care for them and provide them clarity. Let me know if you guys agree. You got to be challenged, cared for, and provide clarity on what you're trying to do. People don't always leave for money, they leave for opportunity. So, back to the service manager thing. If you get 20 something people, you start to make fields. So, if you have 16, so if you have 4 teams of 4 and you have four field supervisors. You've now promoted four people. Those four people now report to you. The three people under them report to them. It gives them, like, the field supervisor is still in the field, they're still running calls, but now they can take those, diagnostic calls or whatever it is from the people that they manage. And then you can slowly start building that up to now you have, you know, 10 teams of four, 10 teams of six, whatever you want the number to be. But you create these positions. For one, they're little smaller ones. It's easier to manage. Then now you're dealing with the leaders, the team leads versus the whole gang, or maybe just in a meeting. But the field supervisor spot's lot is awesome, and it's good when you got those guys that have been there for a while. Maybe you give them a little bit of a raise. They're now a supervisor. They feel like, damn, I worked so hard, and now I got the supervisor spot. You can keep them so they don't try to go to another opportunity or try to look for a management spot. So, just something to think about. Anybody have any cool projects going on this week that have happened or coming up later on in the week? You should, Jason, especially the way that you build those training things. I love training, man. And like even little things when I teach like younger guys like the refrigeration cycle, I'm like, I want you to truly understand it, not just to be able to draw the little baseball field, it's a low pressure, high pressure. You know what I mean? I want you to truly understand it so that when they work on a system and something's happening, they could picture in their head, like, oh man, that's the refrigerant's doing this, oh, I'm stacking liquid. So, oh shit, I'm overcharged. That means I have refrigerant up to here. I want it to make sense. And I feel like when you're learning, if you can truly master the basics, if you can truly understand the refrigerant cycle, you understand airflow, like thermodynamics as far as hot always goes to cold. You can understand the basic of electronics. Like if you understand all these basic things, the earlier you do that, the better off you can be and a lot quicker you can be that way. Nah, that sucks, Freon. So anybody listening to the audio, if you listen to what I said to Freon when he said he's the service manager of 16 guys, he said agreed, but we overpay techs most guys, so the responsibility isn't really wanted uh, by most to do more. But the plan is lead techs to have four junior techs to lead. Nice, yeah. Just gonna email. There you go, Jessica. Where you working out now, girl? If you can say. Yeah, I agree. I think people are going a little overboard with the AI content. I do think it serves a purpose for like monotonous task. Um, and my Mr. Tersh Blissett is going to come on the podcast. My good buddy Tersh is going to come on in the next week or so because what him and his co-host and partner Josh Crouch have done when it comes to AI for like softwares is truly amazing. Um, but what it does is it frees up time and it takes away from like the monotonous task, the data entry that I think AI is amazing for. It saves a bunch of time and it gets all those little nuanced tasks done for you. But making content, I think a lot of the AI, it's generic bullshit. Like I expressed my opinion a few weeks back about when Charlie Kirk was assassinated. I won't get in that topic again because it just pissed me off. But people were like doing these AI songs and saying it was by like Justin Bieber and all these other people when you clearly know that it's fucking fake. Dude, you pay green techs 30, 35 an hour? No fucking way. Where are you at again, Freon? Nice. Good for you, Jessica. Congratulations, girl. Happy for you. Oh yeah, dude. I totally forgot about that. We said this last week. My fault, Freon. You every time you tell me where, I remember because I was like Virginia, and you were like, no, it was like Carolina or something. Hey Jay, I'll still do 75 an hour, and I can help with the relocation cost. But no, Freon, you really have green guys making 30, 35 bucks an hour? Oh, you are in Virginia. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, nice. Yeah, Norfolk. They're by the all the Navy guys. That is crazy, man. I used to be pretty good about knowing the pay rates kind of up and down the East Coast only because of a mentor I had, Mr. Vince. But that's crazy, man. You got green guys making 30, 35 bucks an hour. So, like, if you got a guy that's like a journeyman or a master, or like something like that, what are those guys making? 55, 60 bucks an hour? Let's do it, Zeke. I'm down for a road trip. I mean, what kind of revenue is your company doing? I mean, if you got 16 service techs, how many install teams do you have? So around here, man, I have guys that are in like the mid to high 40s, and then I have a lot of them like they're like decent techs that are like in the mid 30s, but green guys I have in like the mid 20s. I'm gonna be honest. You have no installers? Is that what you're saying? None to? You're strictly oh, yeah, okay. We are a service-based commercial company. Oh, yeah, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. I do remember you saying that you were commercial, so that does make sense. How big do you guys go up to? Like what tonnage? You guys doing like chillers and big boilers and shit like that as well? You know, like VRF, VAV boxes, shit like that. Obviously rooftops. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Damn, Chris, out in California, you starting guys out at 35 bucks an hour? Jesus. Well, I know Cali is expensive, so you might have to actually do that. Nice. How old are you, Ryan, if you don't mind me asking? And how long you been in the trade? So once again, I keep forgetting the audio portion of this. Guys are talking about what they do in their market. And Mr. Ryan F. We do national accounts. Nice. So I'm just in the 20s just because I don't want to do installs anymore. Installing in VA. Where are you at in Virginia, Ryan? Are you up by Freon near Norfolk? I got to do some kind of meetup around here, man. 36 installing for 12 years. Oh, nice. And when you say installs, you were doing like all commercial installs, like commercial, residential, a mixture? Oh, shit, really? Freon's company bought all my biggest competitors. It got kind of scary for about 6 months. Oh, shit. Oh, you did say that, Ryan. You did say that. I'll be honest. I've never had Whataburger. I've had In and Out though. If I ever get somewhere that has a Whataburger, I will definitely try it though. Residential. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I want to do a meetup or something, man. I mean, some of you guys that are close to Maryland, like if I like, I don't know, rent it like a Airbnb or something for a weekend, would people come and just hang out and fucking party, create content over a weekend, a long weekend, something like that? In and Out's good though. I'll fuck up some In and Out. Mechanical environments. What's up? What's up, man? Oh, 5, 6 hour drive. Who you saying that to, Zeke? Who's weird? I agree, Freon. Chris could definitely do that training stuff. Oh, nice. Well, hey, rookie, we're gonna be hanging out with Chris that night at his brewery. So I'm gonna be having a meetup at AHR as well. It's whatever brewery Chris is at. It's the same night and exactly where he is. So just watch his post. Just kidding. Oh, come on. Yeah, we could spend the night together. And I mean, I'm not talking about like a one bedroom fucking house. I'm talking about like a nice house. Like people get, have a good time. You find get your own place. Just trying to be nice. Yeah, make it the Cadillac Ranch. I'll do that. Better to piss off than piss on. That's funny. But damn, it's getting to be 9:30 around here. So how has been the quality of this? Has it been like I haven't been like skipping, it's been clear, it's been 4K, all that kind of stuff? Because this is the first time I've done it directly through Ecamm, but I do know that Ecamm should be able to do all this. Yeah, I like to be the big spoon, you know? Scott's hands are too fucking big. Nice. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Uh, I got this. Finally got the area set up. Like I said, it didn't change for you guys, but I have you can see it over no. It's you can see both of them. I got a big 70-inch TV over here is what I watch. And coming from that big house to this smaller house, I had an abundance of fucking TVs. So I put a 50-inch up here and I used as another monitor. So I have my 49-inch widescreen and then I have a monitor up here. I actually have another cat. Hold on. Let me turn it on for you. I always have all these other cameras and these other angles, but I don't ever use them. Let me see. Ah, too close. Too close. Why is that color on that one seem so far off? It's all in my face. You guys can see I haven't shaved. I'm gonna hop in the shower after this. Let's go back to the other one. Ugh. Ay, hey caramba. Yeah, I gotta stop saying that. Sounds gay as fuck. But anyway, yeah, Zeke, I've been messaging back with the teacher, man. I haven't texted her in a few days though. I'm kind of a dick. I need to message her. I've just been busy. So she said that she was gonna try to set up having dinner or something one time. Yeah, exactly. For all my TVs. I still have to mount my daughter's TV. They're kind of pissed actually. So, but I got the PS5 down here now, so I can actually play it. Yeah, damn right you did. What do you mean, Jay? Link to your channel. You talking to me? But yeah, let me start to close this thing out though, man. Thank all of you so much for hey, I'm down. I'm down. Set it up, Zeke. I'm down. Even though I think she said she's never met Monica in person. Because I was talking about you and Monica, and she's like, yeah, I don't think I've ever met Monica. So and I was like, yeah, Monica's awesome. Oh, for Chris. Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, man. Chris, you link your channel, it should sell itself. But once again, for the third time, I'm gonna start closing this bitch out. Um, that alarm goes off early in the morning. Oh no, it's okay. Thank you for being here. Still heart you as well, girl. So good to see you in here. Scott, oh jeez, you guys are funny. But thank all of you so much for being here, man. I really appreciate the interaction. I'm sorry about the beginning, but just 2 weeks in a row with this bullshit. But I'm just gonna do this directly. I'm gonna cut the restream out and just do it directly through Ecamm, especially if everything worked out. You know, yeah, I love being in here, man. I'm glad to be back on schedule. I do have some guests coming up, but I do love these shows, man. I love doing these. I'm not sure how like so far the audio downloads have still been pretty decent. Like I always say, man, like these are fun, but the audio podcast is what pays the bills around here. So I got to make sure that the audio translates. So that's why sometimes you'll see that I'm reading your comments and stuff like that. So if somebody's listening to the audio side of this, that it makes sense to them. So that's where the guests are good. I just want to make sure that I'm having like guests that I want and I'm not just taking those random guests anymore. I'm not doing that. Those shows weren't fun. I mean, yes, I was getting paid for it, but yeah, I'm just not doing them anymore. Definitely making some changes. So I do have some guests coming up. I think you guys will like. If there's anybody you recommend, let me know. Definitely want to try to get some new people here, some people that are not making the podcast rounds and stuff like that. Um, But yeah, with that being said, man, I'm going to start closing this thing out. All right. Guys, remember to please follow the podcast on all the social media sites to stay up to date. So obviously it's going to be Instagram, Facebook, and that's probably it. You have the YouTube, which we obviously on here now. Um, Please make sure if you could, all of you, uh, If you listen to the audio podcast, wherever you download it, if you could please give me a 5-star review, I would greatly appreciate it. That way I can keep getting it out to more people. Like I said, the podcast in July broke 10 million downloads. Right now it's at like 10.4 something, which is truly amazing, man. I don't know why so many people have always listened to my audio once it starts to build up, but they do. And for everybody who downloads that podcast, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I truly do. I want to keep trying to take it to the next level. And I do feel like the product that I've put out in the last couple of months, if I did put one out, wasn't that great. So I apologize. And I thank all of you for sticking with me. I'm trying to get back up to the level it was before, and we will get there. So thank you very, very much. Um, but yeah, with that being said, if you do not want to leave a 5-star review and you don't think it's 5 stars, email me. Don't be an asshole. Email me at info at hvac or hvacuncensored at gmail.com and let me know what you think could be better. Obviously, you guys are my customer, so I like your input. Just don't be an ass about it. All right. But yeah, with that being said, man, remember to keep your head on a swivel. I don't care if you're driving, you're putting a ladder or whatever it is. We live in a crazy world, and I want each and every one of you to make it home the same way that you left. Please be careful out there. We all have somebody that loves us. All right. Please, please be careful. All right. Do the little things. Set yourself apart from the next guy or girl. All right. Keep being the best version of you. Don't learn enough just to be dangerous. Keep mastering your craft. Keep getting better and better. And if you know a little bit in this trade, give back to the industry. All right. Help somebody that doesn't know as much as you. And you're going to be surprised how it's going to make you better at the same time. All right. Be one of the ones out there that's doing things right. It's being honest, that has morals. So we can keep building that back up. And all these shit bags are hopefully going to fucking fade away at some point. All right. And then just give a shit about other people. I always use the example, man. Like if you work with somebody all the time, you notice a change in them for the negative or something seems wrong, talk to them. Hey, brother. Hey, lady, whatever it is. Like, I noticed that this has been happening. I just want to make sure we're all right. You know what I mean? Be human. Sometimes those things are life changing for people. They're crying inside, and all they want is somebody to ask them how they're doing. All right. Just give a shit about other people. All right. Everybody needs a little bit of Jesus in their life. Praise and all the glory goes to him. And with that being said, man, I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Please have an amazing week. Stay safe, and I'll see you on Mofos next week. All right. And happy birthday, Jason. If I don't talk to you, buddy, thank all of you, man. I appreciate you. And thank you, as always, to my moderators, Mr. Rookie, Jason Johnson, Mr. Zeke Warner. Thank you guys for being here. All right. Till next time. See you.
Thanks for listening to the HVAC Uncensored Podcast. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Instagram, or email us anytime at hvacuncensored at gmail.com. Now, get back to work. Shut this down. The views and opinions shared on the HVAC Uncensored Podcast may not necessarily be the views and opinions of our sponsors or guests.
Not good, Rookie. Not good. I farted and I think I shit myself. So I got to go. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Have a good week. Love you guys, man. See you later.